Welcome back. Now, we continue coverage on the country's ever-rising food poisoning incidents. The city of Johannesburg has vowed to continue to inspect on the Spaza Shops' compliance. The city has the highest number of these deadly incidents. Acting Joburg Mayor Eunice Mgcina joins us live in studio. Thank you so much for joining us, Acting Mayor, and a very good evening to you.
Thank you, Masai.
Yesterday we heard...
everyone at home.
Thank you very much. Yesterday we heard from President Cyril Ramaphosa. Today, as the city of Johannesburg, you hit the ground running. You were in Naledi, you were also in Diepsloot. Tell us more about your efforts.
Look, good evening to the viewers at home. This morning we took a decision to visit Diepsloot in a launch for Spaza Shop by law enforcement, which we started in the morning in Diepsloot, wherein we were inspecting different Spaza shops. We were together with other departments within the city. Also, national government joined us, provincial government joined us, Home Affairs, the immigration unit, SAPS was there, the provincial office of the Premier was there to join us in this battle to fight the illnesses around our city. So we started in Diepsloot, which is in Region A in Johannesburg. We indeed did our inspections. There were few individuals that were actually taken back to their countries today through the immigration unit. We also managed to close a number of Spaza shops. I don't have figures now because we're still consolidating the numbers. We were divided in two operations around the very same area of Diepsloot.
So deportations already took place, and you're saying that you found some that weren't compliant?
Yes, we were illegal in the country.
What did you find in these Spaza shops as well? The president did speak about these chemicals as well, such as turbifos and aldicarb, which is also freely and accessible as well. Did you find any of those chemicals in these Spaza shops?
No, we did not find any chemicals today. But what we identified or found in those Spaza shops today as a result of their closure is that the Spaza shops were not complying in terms of them being registered with Economic Development Department. We also identified that in other Spaza shops, there were illegal operators who were in the country illegally, so we had to take them out and also close those Spaza shops. Again, the rezoning of the area, where there's one Spaza shop that their rezoning was actually not complying in terms of our land use law in the city, bylaw in the city. So we had to close that one as well in Diepsloot today. Hence, I'm saying there's a number of Spaza shops that were closed today. And I think it's work that the president called upon everyone in the country, particularly local government, to act and make sure that we protect and make sure that our communities are safe.
Also, what the president called on local government to do is to ensure that there's proper waste, saying a lot of the problems come from the fact that there isn't proper waste management and there's a lot of litter in these areas as well. That's also not new news, you know, when we're looking at areas like the townships of Alexander, Soweto, and Naledi as well, where these incidents have taken place. It's local government's responsibility to ensure that too. Are you going to be able to do that? Can you promise the residents of Johannesburg that waste management will be taken seriously and the townships will be cleaner?
Yes, of course. We can get our townships clean, provided community members are also part of our campaigns. We're running a Cleaner Joburg campaign in the whole city through Pick It Up department or entity in the city. So we call upon community members to be part of us, help us to clean our city. It's important to keep our environment clean. And all the projects that we run or campaigns that we run around the city, without the involvement of the community, we don't think we'll manage. Hence, it's important that we continue educating our communities about the importance of keeping their areas clean, identifying spots where they must litter their waste and so forth. So we need them in this campaign. We have launched today, part of our campaign, we're calling about different departments. We need a multidisciplinary approach, actually, where you get GRA fixing the potholes, where we get Pick It Up fixing their waste issues, where you get Johannesburg Water addressing the running water in our streets. We get GRA to fix the KIs in our streets as well. So we need everyone. Department of Development Planning, which I'm heading, also we need those inspectors to continue doing the work, because the encroachment in our townships in particular, it's something that we need to give it an attention, and it's what together with the mayoral committee we're working on currently.
Acting Mayor, you're saying we can get our townships clean, and we've had such campaigns before where you've also called on community members to partner with you as local government too. But they haven't been successful if our townships remain filthy as well, remain with the waste as well that we see being collected there and just compiling in certain areas as well. What makes you confident that this campaign in particular will be different and you'll be able to clean up these areas and then people won't need to go buy these dangerous pesticides?
Look, this morning, if you're in Dipslot, we were there and the community came. And then they came in numbers. And as we're going to those Spaza Shops, they came following us. And part of our campaign today was to educate our people as well, to say this is what is required by the law. This is what you can do as residents as well, paying part in cleaning our areas, in making sure that we have areas that are crime-free, areas that are clean, areas where school children can go to school without any fear from being attacked from anyone. So we need community. And now that we have lost kids in our city, actually, we're the biggest in terms of the numbers of kids that actually died because of that food poisoning. We are the biggest, so we need our community. It should be history that the community doesn't become part of what is happening in our environment. So we call upon all sectors, stakeholders, departments, and everyone. We need everyone. The call by the president is very clear, and we must all abide by that call. And whoever that is deployed must also act in their own positions as well, and make sure that whatever that our communities, services that we must provide to our communities, are actually provided to our communities. So I'm quite confident, Ms. Mgcina, that we'll definitely get this one right, but we need partners. And partners in this regard that are very critical is the stakeholder called a community. So they're very critical and important. And having seen that Dipslot community today came out in numbers, it really gives me hope that at the end of the day, we'll win this battle of illnesses around our communities in Johannesburg.
And also you're speaking about this very important partnership with communities as well, because there's no point in making sure that waste management is up to par and then while people still litter. But if the community is saying, look, we're coming with you, Acting Mayor, we want to be a part of this, we don't want this waste being compiled in our areas too, can they get a guarantee that they will see Pick It Up trucks on a weekly basis?
Look, Pick It Up, it's always on the ground. We have different interventions. We have cooperatives that are under Pick It Up currently that are doing work on the ground. We have CRAM from the city of Johannesburg. We have economic development, EPWP workers who are also on the ground. We have Pick It Up themselves, the officials from Pick It Up, who are also part of this campaign. So in no way we can actually fail if we work together. All we need is cooperation from our communities. Communities must know that you can't just wake up and litter everywhere, willy-nilly. That results to the challenges that we're facing today as communities. Because as leaders, yes, we are here, we must provide direction, but that direction without people who are focused, then you will never get any direction there. So we need everyone, all sectors, business, NGOs around our areas, everyone. We need everyone, and we call upon everyone in Johannesburg. Batho ba heso ra le bitsa itlang re kopantseng matsogo a rena re kopaneng sihlanganeni silisweni ubungozi ebusendaweni zethu because buningi, but together we can do more. if we work together, Faith, sorry, Masa, if we work together, we'll definitely get this one right. Thank you.
You also mentioned inspectors as well. That's been a bit of a challenge too. You're saying that the inspectors also need to continue with the work that you were doing, particularly like today as well. The challenge has also been that there aren't enough inspectors. How are we going to mitigate that problem? How are we going to get around that?
Look, we have raised that even during our IGR sessions that we have with province, the CoJ department, Economic Development Department, because we have meetings now on a weekly basis. We have raised that we're short-staffed. And you all are aware of the fiscal situation in the city. So if we are short-staffed, it means that we must get more health practitioners, for instance, who will do the inspection work in our Spaza shop, and not only Spaza shops, because in our townships and everywhere, there's a lot that is happening. Businesses, different businesses that are running, and we must monitor how they operate their businesses, whether they are complying or not complying. So that work requires us to partner together, all spheres of government, to come together and make sure that we get the resource in the form of inspectors who will help us correct what is happening, the illnesses that is happening in our communities. So we call upon all the spheres of government, let's come together and work around the issue of the capacity that we have in the local government and put everything together so that eventually we can get more work. We're intensifying. So intensifying means you need more manpower to be on board for you to actually achieve what you want to achieve at the end of the day. So we hope and believe that because we're working together in the province, that in these IGRs meetings, we have actually communicated this with our colleagues in the province. We hope that there will be solution at the end of the day, because this matter is facing all of us and we need to address it as quickly as yesterday.
That is true indeed. Acting Mayor, thank you so much for your time and coming into studio.
Thank you so much, Ms. Mgcina.
Now that is Joburg Acting Mayor Eunice Mgcina, who joins us to talk about this crisis of course, those contaminated foods from some local township Spaza shops.